has been there. The reason every white monopoly capital is fighting against Jacob Zuma is because these things were known to ANC cadres. One thing that must not be hidden, when Ramaphosa takes charge of the office, he takes the intelligence office and puts it next to the president.
Kunesilungu sithi show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. Ubani umngane wakho between ubaba Mkhwanazi nobaba Sibiya? Or lo beka best friend between the two, ubani beka best friend wakho?
General Mkhwanazi.
Hey. Angeneme kahle mfethu. Ngoba indlela owenza ngayo ngathi umngane kaGeneral Sibiya. Uyabona uvuma lokho uphike.
And the fire is the same. You go to National Assembly, in each and every committee, the fire is the same. The only problem that people don't see is that media is so biased in such a way that it doesn't show ukuthi Umkhonto is fighting so much for Abantu. My worry is one. O'Sullivan is going to be arrested. Mark my words, this week or next week. But what I want you to know is media today. You are the first to know this. O'Sullivan is going to run away from this country. And they're going to make sure they take him out of the country. So we must get a case as soon as possible. Angaphumi kule country. Azosixoxela ukuthi lamandla angako kurana country wathatha.
No, definitely we trust most of the people in Blue. There will be those elements that surely.
Mashani politically incorrect. We are down in Nasrec in Jozi. The world media is here and we are also represented here. Here are the few things. I've got a contingent of cadres here. I'm just going to request them to tell about their their political affiliations. I think that part is fine. Let's just get from there. I'm just going to hand over your mic. You tell us Kemang from where, and then so because I do know we've got two representative from the two houses of parliament. Let's check this side. Number one, just say who you are, where you from.
I'm Tulani from Protea Clan, Zone 4, Greater Johannesburg region.
Thank you very much.
I'm Sibiya Zwane from Greater Johannesburg region, Zone 13, Ward 76.
Thank you very much, leadership.
I'm Honorable Jabulani Nzimande, member of MK Party, in the National Council of Provinces.
Thank you. That's the NCOP, correct? Yes. Thank you very much.
My name is Sandy Lenene from Umkhonto Persons with Disability. I'm here to support the cause.
Thank you very much. Leadership?
Okay, my name is Nhlanhla Shongwe, Honorable Nhlanhla Shongwe, serving in the National Assembly, Portfolio Committee of Police, Portfolio Committee of Communication, and also the committee of Adhoc, the Mkhwanazi Adhoc.
Thank you very much. What is happening here could be linked to a lot of what the MK party has been fighting for. I'm saying could be linking because you are fighting for taking over government and putting it in a trajectory that suits you. You believe in Amakosi. You believe in taking back the government to the people because you don't believe in certain things. I'm going to start with how is your presence here? How is your presence here feeling that you are hitting the mandate of the people? And how is your presence here? Do you feel you are contributing something when you are working here on the ground?
First and foremost, the problem that we are facing here is just that persons with disability are degraded to have only forums and organizations. Those organizations, they don't take decisions. We believe that a person with disability, they must be included. They must be deployed wherever, where they're going to make sure that they implement the white paper, they implement all the disability rights that are there. But the problem here, we got activists that are part of G20, but they can't implement anything. The money that is used for G20 is supposed to be aligned whereby they
those talks to disability issues. And we want to say, as Umkhonto is a person with disability will gonna fight for inclusion until it's happened. Disability rights are human rights.
Thank you very much. Bab Shongwe, two abatu kunabo men of the match. There are 3 men in green, but who men of the match. At some point, I also believed that that starting lineup might be changed, and then something happened. That starting lineup was kept, and you guys are doing a stellar job in Parliament. And congratulations to a stellar job that you guys are doing. What things that you did not think before you joined that Adhoc committee did you not think you are going to? So, what surprised you? In short, what has surprised you?
Thank you, leadership. In fact, I appreciate that you are one of the media houses that supports fairness across the board. Every political party can rely on top of each journalist and Jengan. But let's start here. We were not surprised. Umkhonto wesizwe is the note on the tone we are moving on as ad hoc committee is exactly the same in every committee. You go to NCOP, you'll find the tone and the fire is the same. You go to National Assembly, in each and every committee, the fire is the same. The only problem that people don't see is that media is so biased in such a way that it doesn't show which Umkhonto is fighting so much for Abantu. You can Google, go to our committees, look at all of them, Scopa, education, police. The fire is burning as much. But now, one thing that you must also know, look at there, this Amakhosi lawaya. Look at the amajaji aya complain now. Amakhosi aya complain. Amaphoyisa, ututula, umkhonto wesizwe, disability, umuntu ohlala elokishini. Nobody is not complaining. How come? So we cannot take ukuthi sithi thina sifuna ukuthatha izwe. No, it's not about umkhonto ukuthi ufuna ukuthatha izwe. It's about ukubuyisela abantu endaweni yabo, number 1. Number 2, everybody must benefit as per each chapter ye lokunja ye constitution yase South Africa. Konje what's that document? That document that speaks to which everybody or South Africa has a right to benefit from it. I just forgot the name. Ubuhlungu esibizwayo singama South Africans abunayi political party, bunomuntu omnyama oqindezele othathela izwe i-freedom charter. We are not implementing a freedom charter in South Africa. The current sitting president and his people are trying to please ama whites, especially the Western. Ibaxakile America yabo manje ikhuluma manga yathi South Africa inamabhunu abulalawayo akwi genocide. Where now abavisi afikile, where is that? You understand? So I cannot say umkhonto wesizwe only. Tina, we are sent by umkhonto wesizwe, but the same thing Jacob Zuma as the president and the former president spoke about is the change of the constitution that allows amabhunu ukuthi adlale ngathi. So isikhathi sesishintshile manje. Akekho umuntu ongayitoyitoyi, akekho umuntu ongacomplain. We need to take charge immediately. That is why people are saying we are mandating umkhonto wesizwe to go advocate for us. Let's look at the ad hoc committee. Which party is not implicated there? Only umkhonto wesizwe. The rest of the parties, they've got a fingerprint in everything that is happening. Only umkhonto wesizwe can speak and say, Tina, we are free from these chains zabelungu. Ezisinikeza amathenda, ezisinikeza imali. We can speak freely for abantu abamnyama. Look at me, I'm here without bodyguards. Angisabi ngisho ukufa. We will challenge this thing head on. Honorable is here without bodyguards. We are fighting this thing because it's themba abantu. Nabantu bayasithemba. That's the mandate, leadership.
The reason I was asking you what had shocked you and what you did not think you would hear is, as South Africans, I'm going to talk about myself. I was shocked of how Logogo, we always thought she was married to us.
Thank you for calling her Merit Haas.
Yes, because yes, I fell for that as well.
Yes.
And then when you guys unpacked Nampega, so we already know no, it can't be. And so it surprised us how the media would feed us certain people to say these people are honorable, these people are as great as they are. I questioned the starting lineup of MK, like I said, in Parliament, because I thought you comrades were punching below the belt, because I believed there are cadres in MK who can represent it better, because at some point it looked like EFF was punching better than you.
Yes.
And then you came, and we want to trust the leadership, whoever marshaled your guys, we want to trust them. Did it surprise you like it surprised the whole of South Africa when Julius Malema, I don't want to say abscond or absent from certain people who were there, he decided not to come?
I feel very, very sad. Which one of our strongest black son, Mr. Malema, is being, should I say, alleged to have been running away from certain people. I hope that's not true. I hope he was busy with party politics or he was busy somewhere. But I was not surprised, leadership. What maybe might surprise me is the fact that people are surprised with these things has been there. The reason every white monopoly capital is fighting against Jacob Zuma is because these things were known to ANC cadres. One thing that must not be hidden, when Ramaphosa takes charge of the office, he takes the intelligence office and puts it next to the president. Which country has intelligence next to him? That will tell you, Wuti, if intelligence is next to me, I will control each and every comrade that is within the party. Therefore, these things that are coming out would seem to be a surprise to certain people in the country. And these things that were there, we wanted to speak when we were at the ANC, but we were suppressed because people who are leading in the forefront, we can't speak out of structures. We must speak through the leadership of the structures. But leaders of the structures are quiet. You've got your Mbalulas who bought, what you call Ikrepa. Ikrepa is 7 rand, 47 million. What do you call that? For funding of the ANC rally, so that it looks bigger and swollen, so that people think ANC is still supported. ANC is not supported. People are supporting Umkhonto Wesizwe. They stole our votes. That may surprise me. Paulo Sullivan doesn't surprise me. We all know which Paulo Sullivan is running the country. What is he? Nothing. Is he employed by state? No way. But he comes and says, I trained Ramaphosa. You understand? It's been there on the books. You find Ramaphosa with stolen money in the sofas. Is that a surprise? No. Meriti has. We've been saying Meriti has is running the country through his writings and lying to people. The same Minister Senzo Mchunu takes an advice from Meriti has and disband the PKTT, which is so important. Amakhosa ayafa, amatekisi bayafa, politicians ayafa. You disband that thing because of who Meriti has, who doesn't have a PhD, who lied in a PhD, who lied which she's a doctor. So there's nothing surprising. This will surprise people because it's coming out for the first time. Now we need cadres like us. Obazokwazi baye phambili bangasabi kuya phambili bayiveze lezi zinto lezi. Lalela mnganami, I'm telling you, Umkhonto Wesizwe is like this across the committees in parliament from day one, but media has suppressed us full time.
Is it true that Ramaphosa is afraid that once he steps off from Matlambandlovu, Phala Phala is coming?
No.
Is that a promise?
No, let me tell you something. I asked Upatoi, NPA, ukuthi the case ePhala Phala ivinjwe yini. Why didn't you go and open it for the sake of abantu if you are saving abantu? She lied and said the case is not in her table. We finished the committee on that day. She agreed with no, it's Batilikon case lapaya. EFF is now trying to run after iPhala Phala. Now, we may question why now. You understand? So people are going to come out in numbers. We are going to open Lente Phala Phala again. Vuyo Zungula, the only man who came in parliament, I won. Ne party yake fought for Phala Phala. We, together with Ngula, we're going to fight Phala Phala. Izovuleka. It doesn't need to go to Ehleke put. Iyavuleka soon, very soon. December, January, February. So we skijime Phala Phala court. Sikhathi sokudlala siphelile mnganami.
Wathi Mshozi niyomangala. Abanye bazokhala. So do you think the time is now?
Uyakhala uSolomon. Uyakhala usibhalelile wathreatenisha uNkabinde sisebelo khonjeni eParliament. He wrote to us. He said he threatened to Nomvalo, he threatened us in the Adhoc committee through a letter he wrote to the senior council. So that letter we're going to attend tomorrow as we get to Khoshumampur. I said there, ngicela bambize. Ngifuna ukumbona lapha ya ejele. Sixoxa naye ejele. Then I will arrange a room for him ukuthi alale lapha and then we'll discuss ezinye izinto later. My worry is one. O'Sullivan is going to be arrested. Mark my words, this week or next week. But what I want you to know is media today. You are the first to know this. O'Sullivan is going to run away from his country. And they're going to make sure they take him out of the country. So we must get a case as soon as possible angaphumi kule country. Azosixoxela ukuthi la mandla angaka okurun country wathathaphi. You understand?
People have been saying he can't wield so much power without local and international agencies. Is this suspicion of MI6, the American Central Intelligence Agencies, do you think it's true?
Uyilanda kude mnganami, ungasayilandeli ekudeni America siqale la ekhaya. Sinabantu abanjengabo Sisoko who's head in the IDEC. Uhambe nama case, take dockets from IPID. Uyaxoshwa uphuma nama case uhamba nawe ekhaya. Uyohlala nawo ngapha ku IDEC angabophi o7. There's 2 cases against o7. There's cases against McBride. Those people are ran by Lokunja, Sullivan. Now, what you must understand is you must question one thing. As media, you must question one thing. Why Sullivan law, Ongana Nix, he's not a South African, no way South African, has so much power. He goes to UK and Alandi Mali, Abuya control Labantu Bet. Tina, what we're going to advocate for is to expose Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa has been captured long time ago. That's what we're going to do.
They say he does not have a matric. They don't know when he was born. He said he was MK. He said he was MK. People are questioning when.
Yeah.
This man, his proximity scares us because he has proximity to people who are very powerful and he knows things before they happen. He can even tell us when are you going to have a stroke because he knows things before people know it. His name is Brown Mkhwanazi. What has shocked you about him? Or you already knew these things?
What shocks me is that Minister Mchunu listened to that person. What shocks me with Minister Mchunu listened to Mary Dihaz. What shocks me with Minister Mchunu listened to Sibiya. Then Minister Mchunu didn't listen to Nkabinde. When Nkabinde came for the first time, he was shaking. That's why we said, hey, Baba Hambala, when he came back, he told us the truth. Let's reverse how umuntu omnyama is brutally punished. Nkabinde comes out and writes a document and feeds it to Begicel. Uguti, Bo McBride, Bo Polo Sullivan, they lied about Commissioner Patlane. They said to Utengelu sound system bribe, which was not true. What happened? That case was never investigated. In fact, on the day of a hearing, McBride comes into hearing and stops the hearing on Nkabinde and offer Nkabinde a deal ukuthi angeke sikuprosecute ngama cases wakho yekela lento le. If awuyeki siyakushaya. Why yeke Nkabinde? He didn't have lento Mkhwanazi nayo. So that was surprising, madam. That's what should surprise you. What is the difference between Brown Mkhwanazi no Paul Sullivan?
I ran a poll on the channel to ask our audience to say, do they think Mary Dihaz is mentally, her capacities, her faculties are in the right space to communicate? Whatever it is as a witness, is she fit for what you guys wanted? Because we are fearing at some point, Lokoko, even Nani, Bensaba Gudlungat Lokoko Uzofa. So, yeah, I don't think she was fit. Do you think you are not going to be asked that she was not in the mental capacities to give you proper witness? Do you assess these people before they come to the committees? Do you got some sort of a vetting?
For us to assess is something far-fetched.
Yes.
If a person is listened to by a minister, then we think that person is credible. Now, my question to you is, if you see Brown, you see O'Sullivan, you see Sibiya, what do you say about Mkhunu? What?
Maybe, let me say, maybe it's desperate. Honorable, I'm not going to ask him this question. I'm going to ask you. You heard everything. As an honorable member, do you think O'Sullivan will ever get to Parliament or Madlanga Commission? Because it seems the both are delaying him. Do you think he will come or he will run away before he does?
I guess he will definitely run away. And he will be assisted by this current government because you can just witness, we are in a deep state already. And whatever they were saying about that commission of that judge, I'm not sure how credible is he and his integrity, but you will definitely see that that was for a cover-up. And now the real estate capture is coming because all state organs, you can see how are they captured by the few, those that are controlling economy and those that have interest in the country from outside these boundaries of South Africa. And by some individuals that have penetrated the justice system, police, and even government, the MPs that are being suspected or alleged to have been part of this whole kind of a capture. So you can see that even the executive might be captured, and we hope that more is still to come so that the country is freed from this kind of bondage that we find ourselves in. And what is much more interesting, that when you see MK demonstrating like this, it's solely because we know that what this G20 is to deal with issues that probably have a direct impact in developing economies, and like our country, for example. So we can't just fold our arms and leave these people to continue driving an agenda that compromises the country. And if you have read our People's Mandate, you will definitely see that we have a clear vision of how are we going to take over and how are we going to deal with the issue of economy. But dealing with it when the agenda is set in a wrong direction by these kind of people led by Ramaphosa, we believe it won't be representing the country and the aspiration of the black child.
Thank you very much. Nkokheli, I want to release you, and I want to thank you for coming down to the ground. When your constituency called you, you were able to come, to leave your busy schedule, to come down and answer because you believe power is a masebeni. Last question. Uyawathemba lamaphoyisa?
Amaphoyisa ngiyawathemba kakhulu. I once worked as poison. I trust them. I know how they behave. They are based on instruction. Umuntu engamthemba amakomanda wawo amanye, not wonke. But let me tell you something. Amaphoyisa, if they can have leaders like Mkhwanazi, the whole system will be sharp. That is how SAPS is. But if the system in Sibiya, says he has yobanjani, utheni uSibiya upushiri ngoSibiya?
Uyawathemba yini amaphoyisa?
No, definitely we trust most of the people in Blue. There will be those elements that surely are pushing the agenda of their bosses, and their bosses also are having their own handlers, which are corrupting the country.
Thank you very much, Mashi and Political Incorrect. Let me leave the two honorable members because they were called down to the ground. I hijacked them on their busy schedule. Thank you very much. Thank you to each other.